Here, we create a space of remembrance, honoring icons, celebrating their impact, and keeping their memories alive with love and respect. We remember the unforgettable influence they left behind and hold their journeys close to our hearts. Alongside this, we'll share updates on WWE stars facing difficult times, reminding us how much strength and support they need from fans. Subscribe and stand with us in keeping their legacy alive. Robert "Butch" Miller, better known to wrestling fans as Bushwhacker Butch, was born on October 21, 1944, in Wellington, New Zealand. From a young age, he displayed a love for athleticism and performance, which would eventually lead him into the world of professional wrestling. Butch's journey in the squared circle began in the 1960s, competing across New Zealand and Australia, where he honed his skills and developed a reputation for toughness and resilience. It was during this early period that Butch teamed up with Luke Williams, forming a partnership that would become legendary. Initially known as the Sheepherders, the duo carved out a name for themselves with their intense, no-holds-barred style. Their matches were often chaotic and brutal, full of blood, brawls, and unforgettable moments that earned them a loyal following. Fans feared them for their savage tactics, yet they also admired the raw energy and commitment Butch and Luke brought to every match. The real transformation, and the moment that cemented their place in wrestling history, came when they joined the World Wrestling Federation in the late 1980s as the Bushwhackers. Shedding their violent personas, Butch and Luke embraced a playful, fan-friendly gimmick. Their signature entrance, marching to the ring with swinging arms and often licking fans and opponents alike, brought laughter and excitement to audiences everywhere. Their unique look, camouflage gear, bush hats, and missing teeth, combined with their infectious energy, made them an unforgettable part of the WWF roster. While they never captured the WWF Tag Team Championship, their popularity was undeniable, especially with younger fans who adored their silly antics and warm, approachable personalities. Even after leaving the WWF in the mid-1990s, Butch remained involved in wrestling, appearing at events, conventions, and special reunions with Luke. In 2015, their contributions were officially recognized with induction into the WWE Hall of Fame, celebrating decades of entertainment and joy they brought to the sport. Bushwhacker Butch passed away on April 2, 2023, at the age of 78. His legacy lives on through the countless fans who remember him not just as a wrestler, but as a performer who could make people laugh, cheer, and marvel at his enduring spirit. Butch's life in wrestling was one of joy, creativity, and heart, a true testament to the magic he shared with the world. Mean Gene Okerlund, born on December 19, 1942, was more than just a wrestling interviewer. He was a cornerstone of professional wrestling, a trusted voice that fans and wrestlers alike could rely on. With his smooth delivery, quick wit, and unforgettable voice, Okerlund became a familiar face during wrestling's golden era, leaving an indelible mark on WWE, WCW, and the broader wrestling world. Okerlund's journey began in radio, where he honed his talent for connecting with audiences. His natural charisma and ease on the microphone quickly set him apart, leading to a career in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, in the early 1970s. It was here that Okerlund began shaping his craft, learning how to draw out stories from wrestlers while keeping viewers engaged. His skill and professionalism soon caught the attention of WWE, then known as the WWF, where he became a central figure in some of wrestling's most iconic moments. Whether he was interviewing larger-than-life stars like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, or Ric Flair, Okerlund brought a sense of credibility and respect to every interaction. He had a remarkable ability to balance entertainment with professionalism, asking the right questions while letting the personalities of the wrestlers shine. His trademark phrases, including the legendary, "Let me tell you something, brother," became etched in the memories of fans, encapsulating his unique charm and playful rapport with the stars of the squared circle. What truly set Mean Gene apart was the way he made both wrestlers and viewers feel comfortable. He was approachable yet authoritative, able to navigate the theatrical chaos of wrestling with calm and humor. Backstage or on camera, he created moments that fans still recall fondly, from humorous exchanges to emotionally charged interviews, always maintaining his signature grace. Okerlund's legacy extends far beyond the microphone. When he passed away on January 2nd, 2019, the wrestling world lost not just a commentator, but a cherished friend to generations of fans and performers. Today, his contributions are remembered with warmth and admiration. Mean Gene Okerlund wasn't just the voice of wrestling, he was its heart, a figure whose presence elevated the sport and whose influence continues to resonate in every era of professional wrestling. José Lothario, born on December 12, 1933 in Mexico, was more than just a professional wrestler. He was a trailblazer whose influence shaped generations of performers. Before stepping into the squared circle, Lothario began as a boxer, honing a toughness and discipline that would later define his wrestling style. In the early 1950s, he transitioned into lucha libre, Mexico's vibrant wrestling tradition, quickly making a name for himself with his skill, charisma, and relentless determination. In 1957, Lothario brought his talents to the United States, initially wrestling under the name Joe Garcia. He later adopted the legendary moniker El Gran Lothario while competing in the Gulf Coast territory, a name that would follow him throughout his career. Lothario's style was a unique blend of his boxing roots and traditional wrestling techniques, excelling particularly in brass knuckles matches and taped fist bouts that showcased both his toughness and technical skill. This combination earned him widespread respect, with contemporaries like Dusty Rhodes praising him as one of the greatest Latin American wrestlers and a standout babyface of his era. During his time in the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, Lothario racked up an impressive record, including a winning streak of over 50 matches. His accomplishments included capturing the NWA Florida Tag Team Championship with Danny Miller on Christmas Day in 1970. Lothario also engaged in memorable rivalries with wrestlers such as Gino Hernandez and El Gran Marcus, drawing large audiences in Texas and Florida. His partnerships with stars like Mil Mascaras further cemented his reputation as a performer who could thrill crowds while elevating those around him. Beyond his in-ring career, Lothario left a lasting mark as a mentor. Most notably, he trained a young Shawn Michaels in the 1980s and later managed him to victory at WrestleMania 12 in 1996, helping launch one of wrestling's most iconic careers. José Lothario passed away at the age of 84 from natural causes, but his legacy endures. Known for his skill, mentorship, and pioneering spirit, Lothario remains a beloved figure in professional wrestling, a man who not only entertained fans, but inspired generations of wrestlers to follow in his footsteps. Candi Devine, born on January 1, 1959, was a beloved professional wrestler whose career left an indelible mark on the world of women's wrestling. She passed away at the age of 63, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire both fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Devine was widely admired not only for her in-ring talent, but also for her charisma and ability to connect with audiences, making her one of the standout female wrestlers of the 1980s and 1990s. Throughout her career, Devine competed in numerous wrestling promotions, including the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling. She was known for her unique combination of athleticism and showmanship, delivering matches that were both thrilling and entertaining. Her performances resonated with fans, and her presence helped elevate the visibility of women in a sport that was, at the time, largely male-dominated. Candi Devine was more than a competitor. She was part of a pioneering generation of women who paved the way for future athletes, breaking barriers and proving that female wrestlers could headline shows and command respect in the ring. Devine's career was decorated with numerous championships, including several women's championship titles across different promotions. Her accomplishments reflected her dedication and her skill in facing some of the best female wrestlers of her era. But beyond the accolades and title reigns, it was her personality and character that left a lasting impression. Colleagues remember her as warm, generous, and supportive. A mentor to many young wrestlers starting their own journeys in the sport. Off the mat, Candi was admired for her unwavering dedication and her positive outlook. She inspired those around her to push boundaries and embrace their potential, both in wrestling and in life. Her kindness, professionalism, and genuine care for others ensured that she was respected not just as a performer, but as a person. The news of her passing was deeply felt across the wrestling world, with fans and fellow wrestlers alike honoring her life and contributions. Candi Devine's legacy as a trailblazer, a role model, and a true pioneer in women's professional wrestling endures, cementing her place in the sport's history as a figure who helped shape the future for generations to come. Elizabeth Ann Hewlett, known to wrestling fans around the world as Miss Elizabeth, was born on November 19, 1960. She would go on to become one of the most iconic figures in professional wrestling, leaving an indelible mark as a manager, on-screen personality, and trailblazer for women in the industry. Tragically, her life was cut short on May 1, 2003, when she passed away at just 42 years old. But her legacy continues to resonate with fans decades later. Elizabeth began her career in the wrestling world during the mid-1980s, making her debut in World Championship Wrestling, WCW. It wasn't long before she became a standout presence. With her poised elegance, charm, and sophistication, she offered a striking contrast to the high-energy, often chaotic world of professional wrestling. She brought a level of class and authenticity that drew fans in, making her presence as compelling as the action in the ring. Her association with Macho Man Randy Savage became legendary. As his manager, Miss Elizabeth did more than accompany him to the ring. She helped shape his character, adding emotional depth and a human element that resonated with audiences. Their partnership became central to some of wrestling's most memorable moments, from dramatic storylines and intense feuds to televised spectacles that remain etched in fans' memories. She had a unique talent for amplifying the personalities of the wrestlers she worked with, making them more relatable and engaging without ever overshadowing them. After her time in the WWF, now WWE, Elizabeth continued to make appearances in other promotions, including a return to WCW, showing that her impact extended well beyond a single company. She paved the way for future generations of female managers, proving that women could play a vital, influential role in the wrestling industry. Elizabeth's passing in 2003, due to acute toxicity from a combination of prescription drugs and alcohol, was a heartbreaking loss for the wrestling community. Yet, despite the tragedy of her life's end, she is remembered fondly by fans and peers alike. Miss Elizabeth remains an enduring figure in wrestling history, a symbol of grace, professionalism, and pioneering spirit who forever changed the role of women in the squared circle. Jonathan Fatu, better known to the world as Jimmy Uso, has spent over a decade etching his name into the annals of professional wrestling, standing as one half of the iconic tag team, the Usos, alongside his twin brother Jey Uso. From the moment he first stepped into the squared circle, Jimmy showcased a combination of athleticism, charisma, and a deep understanding of the art of wrestling, capturing the admiration of fans worldwide. His high-flying maneuvers, hard-hitting offense, and in-ring storytelling quickly made him a standout performer. Yet behind the scenes, Jimmy's journey has been far from easy. Wrestling is an unforgiving profession that demands both physical and mental resilience. And for Jimmy, injuries have been a constant hurdle throughout his career. While some wrestlers manage to navigate their careers with relatively few health issues, Jimmy's path has been marked by significant setbacks, including severe injuries that threaten to derail his momentum. Yet, time and again, he has demonstrated a remarkable capacity for recovery, determination, and reinvention, proving that he is more than just a performer. He is a warrior committed to his craft. In addition to facing physical challenges, Jimmy has had to navigate public speculation about his health and fitness, often fueled by rumors and misinformation. These narratives have sometimes painted a picture far removed from reality, but Jimmy's consistent ability to return to peak performance speaks for itself, underscoring both his resilience and his unwavering dedication to professional wrestling. His story is one of triumph over adversity, and it reflects the broader reality of life in WWE, where injuries are an inevitable part of the journey, yet passion, discipline, and determination remain the defining forces behind lasting success. Injury, history, highs, lows, and the road to recovery. Jimmy Uso's career has been punctuated by injuries that have required careful management and significant periods of recovery, each testing his physical limits and mental fortitude. Perhaps the most significant of these was the knee injury he sustained in early 2020, which became a defining moment in his professional life. During WrestleMania 36, Jimmy participated in an intensely demanding ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, a contest that pushed the limits of athletic performance and risk-taking in professional wrestling. The match's high-stakes environment, combined with the physical demands of his signature moves, culminated in a torn anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, an injury that is both common and dreaded in the world of sports. ACL injuries require meticulous surgical intervention and a long, disciplined rehabilitation process, typically spanning 6 to 9 months for athletes outside of professional wrestling. However, due to the extreme physical demands of WWE, Jimmy's road to recovery was extended, testing both his patience and his dedication to returning to top form. Following his surgery in May 2020, fans waited anxiously for updates on his progress, often speculating about his potential return. Months of rehabilitation, physical therapy, and careful conditioning later, Jimmy made a triumphant comeback in May 2021, aligning with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, a return that reaffirmed his status as a cornerstone of WWE and demonstrated his resilience in the face of adversity. This injury, while significant, highlighted not just the physical toll of professional wrestling, but also the mental discipline required to overcome such a setback. Jimmy's journey back to the ring after the ACL tear serves as a reminder of the unspoken dedication that lies behind every wrestling performance, where each match is not only a display of skill, but also a testament to perseverance and courage. Long before the ACL injury, Jimmy had already faced other physical challenges that shaped his career and in-ring style. In 2015, he suffered a shoulder injury that required him to step away from competition for several months. Shoulder injuries, particularly in a high-impact sport like wrestling, can significantly impair a performer's ability to execute lifts, throws, and high-flying maneuvers, demanding both patience and specialized rehabilitation. Despite the setback, Jimmy approached his recovery methodically, adhering to medical guidance and physical therapy protocols to ensure he could return without compromising his long-term health. The following year, in early 2016, he also contended with rib injuries incurred during a particularly grueling SmackDown match. Though not career-threatening, these injuries posed challenges for his mobility, stamina, and overall in-ring performance. Yet Jimmy continued to persevere, adjusting his techniques and approach while maintaining his commitment to entertaining fans. These periods of recovery were emblematic of Jimmy's broader career philosophy, an understanding that setbacks are part of the journey, and that resilience, adaptability, and dedication are essential for longevity in professional wrestling. In addition to joint and musculoskeletal injuries, Jimmy has faced concussions, another concern that has become increasingly prominent in WWE's approach to performer safety. In 2019, he experienced a concussion scare during a live event, a moment that highlighted both the risks inherent in professional wrestling and the company's commitment to its talent's health. WWE's strict concussion protocols ensured that Jimmy underwent comprehensive medical evaluations before being cleared to return, reflecting a broader shift in sports culture toward prioritizing long-term neurological health. While some speculation suggested that such injuries could have had a lasting impact on his career, Jimmy's subsequent matches and performances made it clear that he had fully recovered, underscoring the importance of professional medical guidance and careful rehabilitation in managing such risks. Over the years, Jimmy has also experienced multiple minor hand and wrist injuries, each requiring adjustments to his in-ring style. While these injuries may not attract the same level of public attention as an ACL tear or concussion, they nevertheless impact a performer's ability to execute precise moves and maintain peak athletic performance. Jimmy's ability to adapt his wrestling style around these injuries illustrates not only his skill as a technician, but also his strategic approach to maintaining his career longevity. Each minor injury, though less dramatic, forms part of the larger narrative of his resilience, reflecting a career-long commitment to navigating the physical demands of professional wrestling without compromising performance or passion. Dispelling health rumors. Fact versus fiction. Like many high-profile WWE superstars, Jimmy Uso has been subject to a range of rumors concerning his health, with stories often exaggerated or wholly unfounded. One of the most prevalent rumors following his 2020 ACL injury was the suggestion that his career might be in jeopardy, with some outlets speculating that he might never return to WWE. This narrative, however, proved entirely inaccurate when Jimmy made his triumphant return in May 2021, performing at a level that demonstrated both his recovery and his enduring commitment to the craft. Similarly, his concussion scare in 2019 gave rise to claims that he had suffered a career-ending injury, which were likewise disproven by his subsequent performances. These examples underscore the way public perception can sometimes amplify the perceived severity of an athlete's challenges, often ignoring the behind-the-scenes efforts, discipline, and professional care involved in their recovery. Or other rumors have suggested that Jimmy may have undisclosed chronic health issues that could prevent him from wrestling in the long term. Yet, no credible evidence supports such claims, and his continued success in the ring further invalidates such speculation. Even critiques suggesting that his performance has declined due to injuries are largely unfounded, as his matches with Jey Uso remain among the most dynamic and exciting in WWE. The ability to return from setbacks stronger than before is a testament not only to Jimmy's physical conditioning, but also to his mental fortitude, adaptability, and strategic approach to career management. Financial implications and career stability. While Jimmy's physical health has understandably been a focal point, it is also worth acknowledging the broader professional pressures wrestlers face, including financial stability and career longevity. Wrestling, particularly at the level of WWC, involves a combination of long-term contract negotiations, performance-based incentives, and merchandising opportunities, all of which can be influenced by a performer's health and in-ring availability. Injuries, therefore, carry implications beyond physical well-being, as extended absences may affect earning potential and professional visibility. Despite these pressures, Jimmy's high-profile status, combined with his proven ability to return from injuries and maintain top-tier performances, has allowed him to navigate these financial and career-related concerns effectively. Aligning with the bloodline, participating in marquee events, and maintaining his reputation as one of the most exciting tag team competitors in WWE have helped ensure that his professional trajectory remains strong, even when faced with periods of physical setback. The mental aspect of recovery and performance. Beyond the physical and financial considerations, Jimmy Uso's journey highlights the psychological resilience required to overcome repeated injuries. Wrestling is a profession that demands not just athletic prowess, but also mental toughness, as performers must contend with the fear of re-injury, public scrutiny, and the pressure to consistently deliver at the highest level. Jimmy's ability to return from multiple injuries, including the ACL tear, shoulder and rib injuries, concussions, and various hand and wrist setbacks, speaks to a mental discipline that is often invisible to fans, but crucial to sustaining a long and successful career. Recovery is as much about mindset as it is about physical therapy. Maintaining motivation, focus, and confidence after setbacks is essential, and Jimmy's track record demonstrates an exemplary capacity to meet these challenges head-on. His resilience serves as a model for aspiring wrestlers, illustrating the importance of perseverance, self-care, and strategic planning in a demanding profession. The impact of family and brotherhood in the Usos. A unique aspect of Jimmy Uso's career has been his partnership with his twin brother, Jey Uso, forming the tag team known as the Usos. Their familial bond has provided both emotional support and professional synergy, helping Jimmy navigate the highs and lows of wrestling life. Recovering from injuries in a physically and emotionally supportive environment has likely contributed to Jimmy's ability to bounce back after setbacks, reinforcing the notion that personal relationships and team dynamics play a critical role in sustaining a performer's career. The Usos' chemistry in the ring, their shared history, and their mutual understanding of each other's capabilities have allowed them to adapt their wrestling styles in response to injuries, ensuring that both brothers can continue performing at elite levels despite the physical toll of the sport. The future of Jimmy Uso in WWE. Looking forward, Jimmy Uso's career trajectory remains promising, with numerous possibilities both as part of the Usos and as a potential solo competitor. His history of overcoming injuries and adapting to the evolving demands of WWE suggests that he is well-equipped to face future physical challenges, which are an inevitable aspect of professional wrestling. Fans can reasonably anticipate more high-stakes matches, dynamic performances, and moments of in-ring brilliance from Jimmy Uso, as his commitment to the sport shows no signs of waning. His story serves as a testament to the enduring appeal of resilience, dedication, and passion, qualities that have defined his career and continue to inspire both fans and fellow performers alike. Legacy and inspiration. Jimmy Uso's journey in WWE is more than just a chronology of matches and championships. It is a story of resilience, perseverance, and dedication to a craft that demands both physical and emotional investment. From the early challenges of minor injuries to the life-altering ACL tear and concussion scares, Jimmy has faced obstacles that could have ended the careers of less determined athletes. Yet, through every setback, he has demonstrated a remarkable ability to adapt, recover, and return to the ring with renewed vigor and passion. His experiences underscore the broader realities of professional wrestling, where success is not merely measured in victories or titles, but in the to confront adversity and emerge stronger. Jimmy's continued presence in WWE, his dynamic performances, and his role within the Bloodline and the Usos reinforce the idea that true professional excellence is built not only on talent, but on resilience, dedication, and an unbreakable spirit. As fans watch his ongoing journey, they are reminded that behind every moment of spectacle in the ring lies a story of determination, sacrifice, and unwavering love for the sport. And in that story, Jimmy Uso stands as a powerful exemplar of what it means to overcome, endure, and inspire. Conclusion: Jimmy Uso's career has been defined by a delicate balance of physical prowess, mental resilience, and professional dedication. Through a series of significant injuries, including knee surgery, shoulder and rib injuries, concussions, and hand and wrist challenges, he has consistently demonstrated an ability to recover, adapt, and return to elite performance levels. Rumors and speculation about his health have often overstated the severity of his setbacks, yet his actions inside the ring provide the clearest testimony to his enduring capabilities. Beyond his physical achievements, Jimmy's journey offers a profound insight into the psychological and emotional resilience required to succeed in professional wrestling, a demanding arena where passion, discipline, and determination are as essential as skill. As one half of the Usos, a central figure in the Bloodline, and a performer capable of thrilling audiences worldwide, Jimmy Uso's story is far from over. Fans can look forward to many more electrifying matches, memorable moments, and demonstrations of resilience that continue to cement his legacy as one of WWE's most dedicated, inspiring, and enduring superstars.